officially confirmed young Africans officially part ways with Nasreddine Nabi. Now it is just up to Kaizer Chiefs to decide whether they want to hire him or not. Pitso had said something again about Nasreddine Nabi. Don't worry, Mina, I'll share everything that you really want to hear. Oiga, Coach Malisela have said something. In this video, I only have coaches, coach after coach after coach after coach after coach after coach after coach. Right, I'll bring everything, provided that you're interested. If you are interested, then please stick around. As you stick around, there's only one favor that I'm requesting from you guys, and that favor is that you subscribe, you like the video, and you do comment in the comment section below. Why do you need to do all of those things? You need to do it because, doing it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm to promote and spread this video to as many people as possible. So please do all those nice things. Pitso have said something quite interesting about Nasreddine Nabi, right? Now Nasreddine Nabi himself has officially part ways with young Africans. Coach Malisela has got some quite interesting things to say. Where do we start? Let's start with young Africans parting ways with Nasreddine Nabi and releasing an official statement. Then we're going to be talking about a lot of things. Let's leave that one. Maybe let's start with Malisela. Malisela had said this, which is quite interesting, especially the timing of this information, right? Malisela speaking to ikickoff.com team. I often wonder why clubs with better resources don't talk about me or recruit me. But the players I have coached are always moving to better clubs. Aye, what a statement. Yeah, that opening statement is everything. It can't be that I've coached Otladisa and then he moves to this big team. I coached Ndlondlo and then he moved to Orlando Pirates. I coached Miguel team, he moved to Orlando Pirates. But I don't get to coach teams like Orlando Pirates. Why? Why? Can you guys please explain to me, Vele? I'm trying to figure out. Why is it that Malisela hasn't been hired? Why? I want to know from you guys. But Malisela continued in that interview and said the following. The next thing you see, there is a coach who is coming from elsewhere or somewhere in Europe. He is coaching. Somebody that nobody knows in this country. People who have not really made an impact in Europe or elsewhere in Africa. So you really wonder what needs to happen in South Africa to get recognition from the powers that be. We have gotten ourselves into a space where we forget about our own. We always think the solution will come from Europe. Yeah, vele. Even fans will continue with what Malisela said. Even Kaizer Chiefs fans right now, they were saying, Zwane is not a good coach. Kaizer Chiefs need a good coach that is white. You know what? If Kaizer Chiefs get a white coach, things will go well. And you're sitting there like, Hebatug, what are you guys saying, then? Because let me count white coaches. 1, Solinas failed. Before Solinas, I will start with the black coach. The Steve Compella, they said, Compella, black, he won't succeed at Kaizer Chiefs. And then we're like, okay. After that, follow the white coach. Guess what? Was it Solinas? If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure. But Solinas are from Germany. The next thing, Solinas failed. They're quiet now. It's no longer about white coach. Solinas sucks. Okay. After that, you had, Milendop. Milendop failed. Milendop is not a good coach. No longer, this whiteness thing is no longer mentioned. Then after that, again, Stuart Baxter comes back to Kaizer Chiefs. Mind you, Milendop and Solinas are from Germany. Now they go all the way to England. They get to Stuart Baxter. He comes to South Africa. Guess what? Stuart Baxter failed. Stuart Baxter, he's not a good coach. His football is bad. We're like, okay, no problem. They move still within white people. They go and get Gavin Hunt, the white guy. Guess what? He fails. Hi, Gavin Hunt, his football is ugly. Okay. Kaizer Chiefs move. And then they hire Uzwan. Hi, a black coach cannot be successful at Kaizer Chiefs. And then you're like, do you guys know what you're talking about? Because clearly you don't know what you're talking about. You cannot have a proof of white coach that have failed at Kaizer Chiefs, and today you still want to tell me that the only way Kaizer Chiefs can succeed is to hire a white coach. What Malisela is mentioning here, it is exactly that mindset that I don't get it, and to me, don't come with that mindset because there's no substantial evidence to back it up. You know what I'm saying? There's no substantial evidence. Brulane Mugwen, black. Steve Compel, black. Mangoba Mnet, black. Pitso, black, but go look at their success. You can't tell me that black people can't succeed. There's a problem with that mindset. You know, white people are racist. You are probably not even the opposite. You are also, I don't know how to describe you, but you are one of those. You cannot be telling me that. That is exactly what Malisela is mentioning. What if you have people like that think that way in the management, who think that the only coach that's going to be successful is a white coach, but this white coach have failed? Who's taking accountability of that? Nobody. But Malisela continued to say the following. You spend 3 years doing the SAFA courses, and then when you come back, you are told you are not qualified. UEFA A license will never coach football. It's your brain who coaches football. A license only helps you to structure your sessions. Wow. Well said. Well said. But there's a conversation that I think we need to have as black people in this country. We are not factual about things. I'm telling you, I've had a lot of people say, a black coach this, black coach that, black coach this. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, damn, we don't need a black coach. I mean, we don't need a white coach. Pitso is black, but has been succeeding left, right, and center. What about that? No, nobody's willing to talk about that. Why? Because it doesn't suit the narrative that only white people can do well in this country. You are colonized. Right? Pitso said something quite interesting about Coach Nasreddine Nabi. This is what Pitso said. What's Pitso you can't ask a coach to come without his technical team. The level at which we are is that you have a technical team. When the club recruits you, they don't ask about the technical team. It's a package, says Pitso Mosimane. Yeah. So we did those things naughty when we were called. In essence, Pitso Mosimane was answering the question, Guti, when journalists were asking Guti, tell us, I'll share, what's up with this thing of Nasreddine Nabi not wanting to sign with Kaizer Chiefs, citing the fact that Kaizer Chiefs are not interested to allow him to bring his own technical team. Pitso Mosimane has got some quite interesting things. You know what I'm saying? What he said is very key. He says that you can't hire a coach and you don't want his technical team. These days, it's a package. And it also makes sense. In my previous video, guys, I stated categorically clear that Nasreddine Nabi, if you do make that mistake of coming to Kaizer Chiefs and leaving your technical team behind, what is going to happen is exactly what happened to other previous coaches. They came here, they used what they were given, but however, because Kaizer Chiefs fans are so, they don't look at facts, they don't care about facts, they care about their emotions. If their emotion says that you are the problem, I'm telling you, and in fact, it has been proven time and again that they always blame the coaches. So the problem is always the coaches. The management is hardly the problem, but it's the management that sets the coach for failure. You get what I'm trying to say? So I'm saying what Pitso is saying. It's very, very important to say hire Nasreddine Nabi to Kaizer Chiefs. Allow him to bring his own technical team, right? And it's only fair because these are the people that is comfortable to work with. But there we are today. We have to negotiate that. How come? Pitso has been succeeding. Let me tell you this before we get into the story of Nasreddine Nabi. Even Rulane Mokwena at Mamelodi Sundowns, one of the reasons why we were told, Oguti, one of the reasons why the contract delayed so much, it is simply because there's a tension between Rulane Mokwena and Umangoba Mngit. And what the Rulane Mokwena says is that, no, I want my own technical team, people that I can trust. Because it's only fair that if you work with people, you must work with people that you trust, because one way or the other, if the results are not forthcoming, who's going to be blamed? You. But you are given people that you are not on talking terms with. It's not fair. So I understand where Rulane Mokwena is coming from. It is not fair. Speaking about where Rulane Mokwena is coming, well, it has been officially confirmed that young Africans have officially parted ways with Nasreddine Nabi. You think I'm joking? Again, they released the statement. Tanzanian giant Young Africans have confirmed the departure of their head coach Nasreddine Nabi, as in a statement. Young African Sports Club would like to inform the public that it has reached an agreement to part ways with coach Nasreddine Nabi after the coach asked not to sign a new contract. We will continue with the statement. After the coach asked not to sign a new contract. Okay, so remember that I've reported not long ago that young Africans have made everything possible within their power to hold on to Nasreddine Nabi. So it is clear Nasreddine Nabi is not interested to stay in Tanzania anymore. But we also know for a fact that a team that he wants to coach is Kaizer Chiefs. Now, the same team that he wants to coach, they don't want to give him what he wants. They don't want him to bring people that he used or he worked with to bring the success that he brought at Young Africans. Kaizer Chiefs, being Kaizer Chiefs, they want to hold on to their own. But you must replicate the success that you did with Young Africans, which is quite ridiculous. Not only ridiculous, but it's unfair. Right. Speaking about this being unfair, a lot have been said. A lot have been done concerning the situation. I am going to focus now on the statement as well. The statement continued to say the following. At the Young Africans, the leadership of Young Africans thank Coach Nabi for his contribution throughout the period he worked for our team, and wish him all the best in his future endeavor. Right. It has been reported Nabi has been at Yanga for two and a half years, and the technical team clinched the coveted league twice and the Azam FA Cup twice, as well as the Community Shield. Right? So we will continue with what those people are saying. But right now, the ball is within Kaizer Chiefs. Yes, guys, it's very simple. Please, Kaizer Chiefs, if you want the success that Nabi enjoyed at Young Africans within the 2.5 years spell, please give him his own technical team. Please allow the man to bring people that he trusts. Allow the man to bring everyone that he worked with to Kaizer Chiefs, so that when things are bad, then you will say, listen, man, you ask to have your own technical team. We gave you your technical team. What is the problem now? Right? We've heard that there are a lot of dressing room issues at Kaizer Chiefs. Maybe these people will also help Nabi to sort all those dressing room problems at Kaizer Chiefs. But you don't want him to bring those people. Post continued to say the following. They said that, wait a minute, where are they now? They said that, following the successful stint at Yanga, Nabi has caught the attention of a number of clubs in Africa and in the Middle East, previously reported. Chiefs is one of those teams, and the club's management has reportedly held talks with Nabi, who is keen on Amakosi project. However, Nabi is keeping his options open as he has several offers on the table. The Soweto Giant recently stretched their trophyless drought to 8 years under coach Atazwane. The latter penned a 3-year deal prior to the start of the season. Zwane's future as coach at Amakosi is uncertain, with Nabi and the other candidate embarked on the coaching position within Amakosi ranks. Right? I know a lot of you guys would have loved Atazwane to go, but for me, I'm still gonna tell you this. Even today, even up to today, I'm still gonna maintain this, that I don't understand how Zwane failed at Kaizer Chiefs. The same way I don't understand how Steve Compella failed at Kaizer Chiefs. How is it that you are judged as a failure? Look at what Njabulo Ngcobo is doing in America. The guy is showing that it's been a good quality. Go back to Kaizer Chiefs. When Njabulo Ngcobo was still playing, Blom, not Ngcobo. When Njabulo Blom was not playing as a defensive midfield, right? Look, before that, he was not that Njabulo Blom. And Kaizer Chiefs was still leaking goals because there was still this lack of defensive midfield. But as soon as Kaizer Chiefs shifted Njabulo Blom to the defensive midfield, we saw the different Kaizer Chiefs now. Yes, there was now only the lack of creativity. There was a lack of the number 9 now. But then, there you are. People, because people are people. You forget that this guy didn't have number 9. You forget that, I'm talking about Zwane, he didn't have a creative midfield. You forget that Zwane didn't have a defensive midfield. You forget that even the defenders themselves, they made some costly mistakes. He had to fix all of those things, but there is no players to look whom he can substitute those players with. There's no number 9. You all know Wandile Dube is new. You all saw what Bimenyimana did, right? You all saw that they didn't have a creative midfield. You all saw that it was the management's problem that Njabulo Blom ended up leaving Kaizer Chiefs, right? So Kaizer Chiefs were left without even a defensive midfield. Show me one team in the PSL that plays without a defensive midfield. But Zwane was expected for some strange reasons to perform miracle. He must be a defensive midfielder, a creative midfielder, a striker, and go and defend. I don't get it. Even today, I still don't get it. But nevertheless, fans being fans, they don't see that. They don't go to Kaizer Chiefs village and say, listen, we see that you are the ones sabotaging these people. I'm saying that. It leads me to this next point. We are hearing that now Kaizer Chiefs Nabi parted ways officially with young Africans. And Kaizer Chiefs do not want to accept what Nabi is bringing concerning his technical team. And what Nabi did is like, no, I've got a lot of offers, by the way. So I'm going to keep my option wide and open. So I'm saying to Nabi, you will rather go to any team because Kaizer Chiefs are not offering you what you deserve to be offered. As a coach at Kaizer Chiefs, you must be allowed to bring your own people that have got a proven track record. You worked with them at Yanga, they gave you what you want. Why shouldn't you work without them? Do not negotiate with Kaizer Chiefs in that way. Number 3, we are told that Nabi has expressed a keen interest to the project at Kaizer Chiefs. But who's dragging the project? It's not Nabi. Because Nabi is simply saying, guys, I've worked with these people. I know if I'm working with these people, I'm going to get the success that you want. So allow me to bring these people. So the people that are dragging this, it's not Nabi, it is Kaizer Chiefs management. But still fans today, they are not keen to rebuke Kaizer Chiefs and say, listen man, listen. We see you, we understand what you're doing, stop it. We don't like it, right? Nobody's doing that. Zwane was not supposed to be given a person, but Zwane was supposed to choose his own technical team, right? But guess what? Nobody's talking about that because what? It's not a fashionable thing to talk about. We understand that Kaizer Chiefs, at some point, what they usually do, they usually take their former players, introducing them into coaching roles and making them assistant coaches. We have seen them doing that with Abu Patrick Mabedi, Abu Sean Bartlett, to just name the few, about Dr. Kumar, just to name the few. We have seen them doing things like that with such players. We don't have a problem with that. But the problem is, it is better if that option is suggested by the coach to say, listen, I saw one of your former player, he's like Sean Bartlett, for instance. He has proven himself, Sean Bartlett. He brought back golden arrows from down there. He brought them back. Right now, has recently brought back Captain Space. So Sean Bartlett has proven himself a lot. So if there's a coach that wants to familiarize themselves with, or easily understand South African culture that comes to Kaizer Chiefs, the best thing to do is to go and say, okay, show me the people that you have on your database that has coached this place, coached this team, played for this team, and also maybe they've got coaching qualifications at some point. Give me the names. Then Sean Bartlett's names will be there. And the coach then will have to decide, do I get Sean Bartlett or do I get Dr. Khumalo? So that as a foreigner, I will then work hand in hand with that player. But it has to be the decision from the coach, because the coach then, he's the one that needs to work with this person and have a chemistry working with this individual. But what we have is that you have people being shoved on your throat, and you have to find a way of working with people that you don't trust. You know how difficult it is to work with people you don't trust? No, at Kaizer Chiefs, they don't think about that. They just think about the fact that Bona, this is what they want, and when you must deliver from what they want. And I'm saying to you guys, it is about time things changes. Nabi, in the Middle East, if you find a good offer, take it. Leave this team. We've been with this team. If we keep supporting this team when they're doing things wrong, they will never change. And this team knows exactly that the scapegoat is always the coach. Right now, I don't get it. Hey, so the failed Chiefs. Which football were you watching? You can't judge Zwane. How wrong Zwane was when Zwane didn't have the material. I was expecting Kaizer Chiefs in this transfer window to sign players for Zwane. If had they signed players for 10-1 Zwane, then I would have said Zwane failed Kaizer Chiefs, because Zwane would have players on the field of play, and also Zwane would have depth. What we saw last season, didn't even have depth. But Zwane failed Kaizer Chiefs. That's the fans' mentality. If Nabi accept the deal, this Kaizer Chiefs management, they know the mentality of their players. They know that they will not be the one blamed. So they will not be the ones to be blamed. The coach will be blamed, right? So Nabi, please go to Middle East. If they don't want to comply with your conditions, I mean, I'm saying, Nabi, bring all. I mean, I'm not even in favor of you compromising, saying no, I'm gonna take that. If you have to bring 4 of them, bring them all here. That's the only way you know how to succeed. Please bring the people you know how to work with, and people that understand you very well. If you can't bring such people, how are we expecting you to succeed? But if you do succeed in bringing those people, my brother, I will be the one telling you that you are a failure, because you got what you wanted. If they also sign you players, and out of those players you fail to succeed, I'll be the one to also tell you, you are a failure, my brother. You know what I'm saying? But if I were you, I'll stand my ground. But somebody speaks something. Let us just highlight on that one as well. He's saying that it is a norm these days. People work with the people with their own technical teams. And Pitso from SuperSport United won trophies. Sundowns won trophies. Al Ahly won trophies. Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia, he won trophies. he is working with his own technical team. John McDuka, he's working with his own technical team, right? We have seen what he did with Royal AM, though he failed to replicate that with Maritzburg United. But what we know for a fact is that he's got his own technical team. Jose Rivero, he comes to South Africa. He arrives with his own assistant coach, right? So much so that Orlando Pirates had to fire Ufatlo Davies. So we see the trend that people now are working with people whom they can trust. And it also makes sense that coaches work with people whom they can trust. Once you create that environment with coaches, then we can expect coaches to succeed. But how are we going to expect them to succeed? Speaking about expecting coaches to succeed, let us also highlight on the issue that is raised by Dance Malisela. Dance Malisela is asking, does having these qualifications help you to be a better coach? No, it just helps you to know how to structure up training sessions. Speaking of training sessions, one thing we know about Dance Malisela, the reason why I will wish that he joins Kaizer Chiefs. If, for instance, the deal between Nabi and Kaizer Chiefs ended up failing, according to my wish, I will then wish that Uzwane becomes the head coach, Dance Malisela becomes his assistant. You know why? You must look at every team that is coached by Dance Malisela. They've got this thing of knowing how to circulate the ball. They know how to keep the ball. Even in their training sessions, they are trained in that way. They have small circles where they circulate the ball here. That's why a team coached by him, they are the best teams in terms of keeping the ball position. Then you've got Zwane that can also play that transactional football. So you have now the combination of knowing how to keep the ball and then the transactional football. In football, you are told that the best way or the best method of defending it is keeping the ball. So if you have Dance Malisela who knows how to keep the ball, Kaizer Chiefs are making an example, they are leading 2-0 against Orlando Pirates. But then you bring in the element of Dance Malisela and you say, Dance Malisela, me as Zwane, I've managed to score 2 goals. You know what I'm saying? With my expertise, transactional football and all the stuff, we've outsmarted them. We've scored 2 goals. You need to make sure that Orlando Pirates doesn't come back and score an equalize. So take over now. Then you allow Dance Malisela to now start drilling his own concept into the players and say, okay, this is how we need to keep the ball. Then we see now Dance Malisela on the line doing the most, you know what I'm saying? Because he's very good at that. I'm saying, I don't understand how the technical team at Kaizer Chiefs is aligned or is assembled. Because I'm saying now, I can tell you now, bring the likes of Dance Malisela together with Zwane. Number 2, I've also stated in my videos that if you're looking at Dance Malisela's personality is outspoken, then you're looking at Zwane's personality is reserved. So there will be a very good combination between these 2 personalities. The only problem will be that maybe Dance Malisela doesn't want to be an assistant coach to Zwane. Maybe that could only be the problem. But if he doesn't have a problem with that, then their personalities and their footballing style forms a very deadly combination. There is compatibility between their footballing style, right? Speaking about compatibility, so unlike if you have Umanqoba Mngqithi, I like his footballing style all the way from Golden Arrows. That's where I started noticing Umanqoba Mngqithi. Very quiet coach, but his football, looking at how Golden Arrows were playing under him, attractive football, right? They're going forward, coming back, they can defend, they can play the ball by departments. They were very good in doing all of those things. Very good. The only challenge that I have with him is his personality. You can't bring Zwane and Umanqoba Mngqithi. Based on personalities, they are both quiet individuals. Umanqoba Mngqithi, wealth of experience. His experience is unmatched. So I'm saying, you see Kaizer Chiefs matching inexperienced individuals. Zwane inexperienced, Shepherd inexperienced. You're bringing such people together. Why can't you bring people that have got that experience? Then now you hear them, guys, come on. I don't understand how they assemble their team, how they assemble their technical team. Lastly, guys, it has been revealed again by William Shongwe that Kaizer Chiefs do not have a video analysis that analyzes among games for the opponent. If for instance they are to play with Sundowns, the video analysis that they have right now is the one that analyzes their own performances. But teams in the PSL have got two video analysis. One is the one that focuses on the team itself, like Kaizer Chiefs, and then you have the other one that focuses on the other teams. You know what I'm saying? How is it that a team like Kaizer Chiefs do not have such a member of the technical team? The game is evolving. Why? How is it that a team of Kaizer Chiefs caliber do not have a side piece coach? Because it shows. How is it that a team of Kaizer Chiefs caliber do not have a striker coach? You know what I'm saying? If push comes to, in order for you to succeed, why can't you hire such people? But there they are. They don't want to hire those people, but they want to compete with teams that have hired such people. We have seen what happened to Orlando Pirates as soon as they introduced a striker coach, right? We have seen what happened to Manchester United as soon as Benny McCarthy was introduced as a striker coach. But your team, for some strange reasons, they want to succeed. Outside of that, they just want to be like everybody else. They want to be successful outside of that. I don't get it. You need to explain that. There's no logic behind that. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is not the management. The problem is you, Kaizer Chiefs fans. You see all this inconsistency within how Kaizer Chiefs run their business. But you're quiet. You always blame the coach or the player. It's never the management, hardly the management, or even when you complain about the management, you hardly point it out that your problem is here and then take it to the management. No, you don't do that. It's always the coach. The coach must get the beating. The coach must be sacked. The players are bad. Wait a minute. I've never seen you guys on the stadium leaving the coach alone and the players and targeting the management. I've never seen you guys beating the management. You always the coach, the players, the coach, the players. You did it with Kompela. You did it with Stuart Baxter. You did it with Uzwani. But what about the management that is causing all of these problems? No, nobody is willing to say anything about that. Why? The management are capitalizing on that. They know exactly that you're never going to hold them accountable. You're never going to beat them on the stadium. They know. So what they do, that's why now they want to mess up with Nasreddine Nabi. That's why they want to bring him people that they want to impose on him. Because they know that you guys are never going to hold them accountable. But you're going to hold Unabi accountable. But it's like, you are in a fight and then they tight your hands. And then they allow the other person, this other person is loose, but he must fight that person and win the battle. How was it? Like, that's exactly what now Kaizer Chiefs are doing. They want to tight Unabi into a pole, and then they want to take a rope, tight him in that pole, and then they expect him to fight a man who's loose, who's free. How is it possible? No. No. We should be seeing a buzz on social media that says, listen, Nabi and technical team. Look, if Kaizer Chiefs see that there is a buzz on social media that says we need to bring in Nabi with his own technical team, then Kaizer Chiefs will change their mind. Then Kaizer Chiefs will do the right thing. Then Kaizer Chiefs will bring in Nabi. Nabi will be allowed to bring his own technical team. So much so that then if he's failing, then we blame him. But I think that if we can just change our mindset a little bit and hold the management accountable for the inconsistency that is happening in the PSL, I can guarantee you that there will be changes only if we change our mind. It is not as business as usual. The way this club is run, it's like these people are focusing on, as long as we've got the numbers, as long as Kaizer Chiefs keep getting these big brands, as long as we get the big sponsors and all the stuff, then voila, we are okay. Because they are making millions. Outside of playing the actual football, they are making a lot of millions. So Kaizer Chiefs, the brand, is making the money. But what about the fans? Are they happy? Are you happy? No. What do you want? You want your team to win so you can get a bragging right. Why don't you hold the management accountable? I'm not asking you to destroy stadiums. I'm not asking you to ban stadiums. I'm not asking you to hit them with stones. No. I'm asking you to have a peaceful protest. Tell them the inconsistency. Hold them accountable. Put a due date and say, if you hire Nabi, bring his technical team, buy players, quality players. If they don't, protest again. You know what I'm saying? Stop beating coaches. Coaches know nothing about these things. Coaches get told by these people in the management. But you don't want to hold them accountable. I've got a serious problem with that. Unless we change our mind, this team will never change. It will continue to deteriorate. What's your take? Get into the comment section below. Tell me what you think about all of these things. I will see you on the next video. But until then, please take care.